Yeah, there is this.
Hi! Yes, greetings, Earthlings. How are y'all? We is back again. Shambles Vodcast coming to you again with another video. Ready for the peoples.
About shambles. Your life is in shambles.
Your life is in
Speaking
shambles.
Speaking of shambles, how was your week?
My week was kind of crappy. I mean, it could have been better. But I'm happy that it's over, and then I'm kind of sad that it's starting again. But the weekend was really good. Oh, I saw Black Panther. Wakanda forever! Nakia!
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
I saw it twice.
I want to see it twice. I want to see it for a second time. It was
good.
The bee's knees. If you haven't seen Wakanda, Black Panther.
Black Panther.
I've been thinking it's called Wakanda, but if you haven't seen Black Panther yet, you're playing yourself.
Go
and see it. It's so good. So good. Like,
I could go see it a third time.
I could see the third time too. I could buy a bootleg, play it over and over and over and over.
But you don't want to buy a bootleg because we want them to get the money.
Oh, right.
So we're not going to bootleg.
You got to support the people, right? We
won't
bootleg it. Yeah. Give it some time. When it made enough money, then you can bootleg it. Because it's probably, just, if y'all know some bootlegs, just let me buy some bootleg movies. Oh, I guess I shouldn't put that in the video if this being posted because it's illegal. Never mind. Nick said, we'll just go to the movie theater and watch it again. Mm-hmm. Forget everything I just said.
Yeah, just scratch all that.
So, how was your week, though?
My week was really tough. Mm-hmm. Some tears during the week, just got real hectic.
Sometimes you need tears in the week,
You need tears. You need to cry.
Mm-hmm. This week was a cry week.
It was a cry week.
Holy moly.
It was rough. My life was in shambles, as always. School was kicking my ass. Life kicking my ass. Mm-hmm. Work kicking my ass.
What else?
There's no more ass. It's gone. So it was a rough week, but the weekend was really good yesterday. Took some time to myself, did some personal things.
Good.
Went and got a haircut.
Yes. Ditto. Word. Pose for the camera.
And went and saw Black Panther again.
Again and again and again.
And then went and had brunch with the hoes this morning. And
great.
Now we're here.
I did absolutely nothing. I watched Twilight again. The whole series. Second weekend in a row. Is that bad?
You've got to do something else.
I get hooked onto movies, and I can watch them over and over and over. So that's what I did this past weekend, but just watch movies, and I had some fried chicken once.
Okay. Moderation is key.
Yeah, that was great.
I had some bomb ass pho yesterday, so I asked you.
Is that why you had? Yeah, yes. Pho is popping. And the way Texas weather has been lately, the bipolarism, it calls for soup. Come on.
And it was spicy, and my allergies been acting up, so my
nose
it was
clearing it out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was that kind of eat. Yeah.
So I may have to stop and get some on my way back home. It was really good.
Did you go to a place near where you live?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's the first.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
and you went by yourself?
No, my sister went with me.
Oh, cool.
So it was good. So, enough of the ramblings. What are we talking about this week?
This week, we are talking about... Yeah.
Get close.
Let me let you... Oh,
fuck. Look at Becky. Over here. Is there going to be a way to, link that?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
But we're recording now.
Yeah, I've so this week...
Are we going to put 2 videos together?
I guess we'll have to.
Okay, well, Paul, let's stop.
So we're back. Just scratch that. We unplugged the lights, so we're gonna...
Technical difficulties.
And if you know an app where we can edit it, you should...
Yeah, let us know, because we don't know what we're doing.
No.
Besides just getting on and talking and having fun. And so... Shambles Vodcast. Yay, that was perfect too. I mean perfect and not perfect, you know.
Right.
You got to look at the glass half empty, half full.
if you're drinking the water, it doesn't matter.
If you're drinking the water, it doesn't matter. I heard that quote that it was is the glass half empty or half full? It doesn't matter. It's water in it. Drink it.
If you're thirsty.
And that spoke to my soul, because I think sometimes you get so
caught up in the details.
Huh?
Caught up in the details.
Right. You can't see the forest for the trees. Write that down. Okay, so today, our episode is going to be about... I'm getting sick and tired of you broken promises, numbers and dancing with the fellas.
Player, please.
No, I'm not the one. Say it again. Oh, no, I'm not the one. You do it, you don't. So our show today is going to be about broken promises.
TH.
With the TH. And just kind of what it means, what it makes you feel, how you can move forward. What if you the person that are breaking the promises and people don't like you for it? Probably not. So we're just going to talk about that. I'm going to start off with, if you do it, first of all, if you breaking promises, just stop.
Well, expand.
That's how I feel. Just don't break them at all.
It's natural.
You a bad person. You ain't gonna have friends. No one's gonna love you. Don't break.
It's natural to have things in life come up where you do have to break promises, which is why we're talking about this.
Right. So that's just me being, just don't break my promises. How about that? Don't break promises you make with me. You can break them with her. Okay, yeah, I guess.
A promise with you.
Oh, which one? I mean. Not that you broke a lot of promises, but
clarify for the folks. Before you
for my graduation, is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah. So when I was graduating with my graduate degree, we made plans long before that Ivy was gonna be there. But that's when that's when I was graduating in December. And so she has to do her time for the year, and she took off like sometime in December. But I really graduated in August, and she couldn't move days around to come to my graduation, and it was an ordeal, y'all. Like, not to where I knew we wasn't gonna be friends anymore. Okay, but like
it was definitely hostile. The phone conversation that we had,
it was tense.
Some petty remarks and
petty.
The phone getting
and just drive when nobody says anything because it's like I ain't giving in,
but you stay on
it's your fault. But you said on the phone in case you need to pop off because you got to stay ready in case they got something to say. You got to come back with your counter argument.
So that was definitely a disappointment. It was a promise that I made, but just with the time changing, I wasn't able to take off from work. Mm-hmm. And so she was really, really pissed.
Real pissed.
Her feelings was
hurt. Oh, I think because for that point, there were other things that you hadn't showed up to because of schedule conflicts. So then I just started taking it personal. Like, you just don't want to be there, which I knew that wasn't the reason.
Because I married her and her husband. Let's just be clear. If she ever wants to say that I don't want to be at something, I officiated her wedding to her husband. So let's just be clear when we talk about somebody not being somewhere. You can continue.
Well... Okay, I see I've struck a nerve. Triggered! But, and so when she, even though I understood the reason behind her canceling, it's still just, it hit your soul because that things happen, but you don't want it to happen to you, and it's your day, and, it's your event or your activity or whatever. And then when that person that's really important to you don't come through what they said they were going to, it leaves you feeling some type of way. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. And I felt your feelings were valid. And so, I wasn't mad that you were upset, but I also wanted you to understand because in, what is it, downstairs brain? When
the downstairs brain.
Downstairs brain, it was just, well, you never come to anything. And that's why I got pissed.
Right. Because that's something else too, that it starts small, but it exacerbates into something huge because you may be feeling some type of way from another time that they cancel. And so this cancellation was the straw on the camel's back that kind of broke something. So that's our personal background as far as having broken promises. So Promiseth. I would just like to say some things that you can do when people important to you break promises or they have commitments and they just don't fulfill those and then it leaves you feeling some type of way. First off, you can talk to them. I think the biggest thing for us was communication because we talk 24/7 anyways. And so it's real hard.
24/7, literally on the way to work, at lunch. And her husband is always like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
None of your business. This is a duo club. Ain't nobody accepted. But, and so it's real hard to go from talking to a person 24/7. Now you mad at them. And when I get mad, you gonna know I'm mad. I'm not giving in. Come and grovel and crawl on the floor next to me and, leave me trinkets and treasures. But we talked about it. I let her know, like, hey, I know that it's nothing that you can prevent, but it really did make me feel some type of way. And then just the way we left off the phone, I felt some type of way too, because that's just not our relationship. And when relationships are strong to you, you have to know when to pick your battles. And at that point, it was kind of like we both battled each other and no one won.
We both lost.
How we both lose, and I be trying to win. So you should just talk to that person about how it affected you. And it's easy to say, like, you do this, but put it to where it's just a me thing. Like, I feel this way because you're not going to be there, which she totally understood. But at that time when you're both on the defense, now you're just, like, kind of arguing and just throwing tit for tat kind of thing. Like she mentioned. Petty, P to the E-T-T-Y, honey. So just talk about it. And then another thing, too, is it really that big of a deal? Now, y'all, you got to be at everything. Anything I plan, if it involves me, you have to be there. And if you're not there, I need a 3-page letter signed by your physician, like why you're missing, whatever.
You are so
sign
extra.
I am extra, because I don't like when people miss my stuff, and it's all about me and I want you to be there. But not everything is worth a reaction to. It is like when you anticipate that person being present or showing up and they don't show up, really analyze and process. Is it worth the funk?
Is it worth? The graduation was worth the funk.
That was, but like, a dinner or something that you have to cancel. We eat all the time, so it'll never hurt my feelings if you cancel, because we probably gonna eat the next day.
We gonna eat anyway, though. So you ain't coming, girl. So cancel.
That's fine. We still gonna we order without you anyways, because you weren't even here on time. But so just really analyze, like, is this a big deal? Even though this person isn't gonna be there, even though this person isn't doing what they promised you to do, is it worth an argument? Is it always worth you saying something? Maybe something small just to recognize, like, hey, I noticed that, but don't make it bigger than what it is. Don't go any further than you need to.
And assess your friendship with that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't want something minor to be the detriment to your friendship, or even something major. If it was something that you really felt that they should have been at, don't let it in your friendship. Communicate about that. Let that person know you hurt my feelings. And even if it wasn't intentional, even if I don't understand why your feelings was hurt, I can still acknowledge, okay, your feelings were hurt, and I'm sorry for that. Right. And say you're sorry.
Say you're sorry.
And mean that you're sorry. Even if you feel like the reason that they're upset is completely stupid, that's a person that you care about, and so their feelings are hurt, so you can be sorry for that. Right.
And even when you do feel that it's stupid because it's their feelings and you love them, say you're sorry, because you much rather keep that friendship than to lose it over something that later down in life, in many years ahead, is still going to happen. Like, you're just going to have to cancel. You're going to not show up. You're going to not be there. But that person knows your presence in their life. And so regardless if you were there physically, or regardless if you cash in on that word that you said, you know that this person comes through for you. And these are the people that we're talking about. We ain't
talking about them. We ain't talking about them summertime people. We talking about your A1.
Your A1s, day one. Yeah. Like ride or die.
Like your circle. Yeah.
Wakanda, okay? That's what we talking about. We talking about Wakanda, all right? So we're just talking about, like, these strong relationships that you have that you don't argue all the time anyways. There's never a like a shift in the tide, and then it's just that one thing that every now and again, relationships go through, and then you just kind of work it out and move forward. And just know that this one thing is just a moment in time. It doesn't define you. It doesn't define your relationship, and you can forgive that person for not being whatever they were going to be,
Did you forgive me?
I mean,
Dramatic.
You know, I'm still going to therapy for that. So just go ahead and carry on to your points now. Yes, I forgive you.
Okay. And so from my perspective, it's the person who's doing the disappointing, the person who's breaking the promises. I tend to be the person who can't make things more than other people just because I am currently still in school. My work schedule is it's flexible, but as far as taking off, especially during peak times like in the summer around holidays, it's kind of blocked out. So if you try to plan something last minute or even a few months in advance, I may not be able to be there. So I do tend to be the person that can't be there. But if you are the person that's breaking a promise or you are the person that can't be somewhere, communicate. I'm really bad at that. Not bad at communication, bad at
You had it right the first time. Bad at communicating. Yes.
So I do what's called a fade out. And I just won't say anything and just assume that because I didn't say anything, you knew that I was gonna come.
And won't bring it up though. Like, hey, that thing I said however long ago, I'm just not even gonna say anything about it until like the weekend of, and then it's like, oh yeah, we are going to that, aren't we? Carry on.
So,
that's it.
So I am trying to get better about that and really communicate it. And I may like throw hints out there that I can't be there. If somebody says something, I'm like, oh.
But people are supposed to get hints though. Hints are receivable. Okay, when I give you the hint, you're supposed to know it's a hint, right?
I'm trying.
That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I am trying to get better about that and just saying like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it, especially when it's more so. I'm more with her. I'm definitely more upfront to say things because you know we're two pretty dominant people, so we kind of just go head to head and then just diffuse. But for other people who I know are more passive than I am, I do tend to do the fade out because it just tends to work for their personality. But I am.
Wait, pause, time out. How you gonna pick what worked for other people? Because well, I guess if you know, you know. Right.
We talking about your circle? It's a circle.
We talking about what?
Your circle.
Your circle.
So definitely communicate and be open. Oh, teary-eyed girl, you got me laughing.
Oh, I thought I had you crying because. Okay. Wow.
But definitely you want to communicate. You want to be open about, you know, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. And then acknowledging the feelings that come along with that. Especially, you know, like with the graduation situation, it put me on the defense once she said, well, you never come to anything. I wasn't on the defense that she was upset because I expected that. I expected to, you know, have to apologize, be vulnerable in this. Is that your niece? I expected to have to, you know, be vulnerable and apologize and really kind of sit in the feelings that she was experiencing. But when she said, you never come to anything, it was like...
Because I took it there.
And that's when the conversation got dry and short. But, you know, be willing to... Sorry, that's me.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Be willing to, you know, sit in those feelings with your friend, especially if there's somebody who is in your close circle. I tend to be a little more dry, and she tends to be a little bit more dramatic. I'm sure you can kind of
more dramatic, more emotions. I'm crying.
And I don't really do vulnerability. That's not really my thing. So then just having to take it there and having to say, you know what, for the sake of my friend, we'll go there. We'll sit in the emotions. We'll talk about it.
Right.
And, you know, like we're talking about things where it becomes an issue. If it's just, oh, you know, I can't make it to dinner. You know, that's something
that's small.
That's small. But when it gets to those big things, you do have to be willing to make those sacrifices for your friend. And then to also know the type of friends that you have. Because there are days... Like Friday.
Because they all ain't shit. I tell you that now.
Especially our friends.
Right. You know, we did a show, you know, called Friends.
Know your friends.
Bless them, Lord Jesus, because you love them so much. And there's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 things about them you'll change 10 today that you'll change.
But know your friends, because there are times when we'll make plans with each other
with a lot of motivation. We doing it.
And
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda. And then we just won't say anything. We just won't go. Nobody's feelings are hurt because we already knew. When it's 4:30 and I'm getting off work and there's traffic, and I know you getting off work and there's traffic, we don't have to talk about us not going to happy hour because we're not going.
It's a unspoken word within the
ship.
The ship. Why we gotta be on the ship?
The friendship.
Oh, right. The friendship. Sorry. What? Okay, I'm sorry. But I heard shit. It just got a little chopper. Okay, it's okay.
And so, know your friends. But definitely, I think the biggest thing is just being open and being vulnerable. We live in an era now where it's just like, oh, nobody's going to get me in my feelings, or, I'm hard from whatever relationship. But that's not how friendships last, and that's not how friendships are built upon. You have to be vulnerable, whether that's a romantic relationship, whether it's the relationship with your parents, a mentor, friendships. You have to be willing to be vulnerable with people and let them know how you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with having feelings or experiencing emotions, even if you have a valid reason. My feelings are also valid because that's how I feel.
Right.
And so just be open, be vulnerable, and if you value your friends, I think these are really good tips. I think they've helped us.
Yes. And you kind of have to just learn with each other, and there's just certain things that you won't ever budge on, and that's fine. Don't budge, sis. Stand your ground.
We just talked about vulnerability, so I have to say don't budge.
Oh, okay. Well, because that's the type of person I am.
But you do budge.
But I do budge because then it comes down to either you budging or you're going to lose. Right. And it comes down to it also that when you stick to your guns for so long that nobody really cares after a while. And then you'll lose a friendship because you're trying to stick to your guns. And so it is about flexibility and understanding that you have your whole life of being friends, whatever relationship. Don't throw that away for one time when this person couldn't do this or couldn't be this. Even if it was really big at the time, talk about it, process it, and attempt to move on, and don't, because the more you bring it up and the more you have feelings about it, it's going to keep your friendship stuck. So that you won't be able to grow and evolve with each other because you're going to still have this kind of resentment. So just be a little loosey-goosey.
Be a little fluid. What does Chad say? Be like water.
Be like water.
Be like water.
This is water.
Is it? Yeah. And then just, again, know your friends. We're two very dominant people, and dominant in different ways. But we do have friends who are more passive, and you have to be different in the way that you approach things with them. There are certain things that she can say to me, or certain ways that she can say things to me that she can't say to other people because they take offense to it or feel like she was being mean. But with me, she can just
What you want? You want to pull up? You want to talk about it?
You want to talk about it?
Pull up. Something. That's us.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I was in the area and I just wanted to stop by because you hung up abruptly. Is there a problem?
Or just that text, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah. When you just know that you in trouble, so you just pick it up and it's like,
hello.
First of all.
Or you leave voicemails, that's how you know.
Or you leave, when you leave a voicemail, then you real serious.
So you can listen to it later.
Or you see that text message and you just see them bubbles on the iPhone when they typing.
Oh, I just feel like.
I think that's my favorite word to use is,
with the little emoji with the eyeglass.
I'm just saying I feel a little sad, but maybe it's me though. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not really sad and maybe I'm just in my head. Half the time it is cut off though. Maybe we should cut this. All right, well. Anything else for the people before we adjourn?
I think, do we have a quote this week? Let me see.
Do we have a quote?
Oh, yes. Quote this week is, you can be happy without everything going your way. I think that is a testament to how this week has been.
Oh, yes. Yes,
this week
for
has
sure.
been a tough one, but we made it. It's Sunday. It feels like a whole new week.
Whole new world.
And so we thank y'all for watching, as always.
We're going to share this, okay?
Once we figure out how to connect the two videos, because we definitely unplugged the light. But we will share it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. Talk back with us. We want this to be a dialogue. We don't know shit. We really are just trying to figure it out, the blind leading the blind at this point. But it's, you're still moving. even though we are the
moving slow, but we're moving along.
So thank y'all for watching. If you did watch
you.
the whole thing, if you watched a piece of it, I hope something that we said definitely helped you, and we love you guys.
Bye.